Hey, how's it going, guys? Today I was going to show you a macro that I came up with. Someone had asked for something similar to this, and so I came up with the macro. And basically what we have is a list of names with values to the right of those names. This could be anything: names, companies, items, whatever. And then the values can be just whatever. I wrote this macro for somebody that had a unique situation, but this can be applied to different uses, I think. And what we were trying to do is, out of the list, find each unique name. So here we see John shows up right here, and then John again right here, John again right here. So instead of having a long list of every single entry, what we were trying to do was find each unique name in a list and then put each value next to that name. So in this case, our unique names are John, Jerry, Eddie, Pete, Adam, and I think I just did it as a pattern for this example. But I think those are the unique names. So what we're trying to do is separate the unique names so that there's only one listing, and then put each value next to those names. So that's what this macro does. And I've got this set up to where we can do it a couple of different ways. This one I will make the list of unique names in column C, and then each value next to those names will go across. You'll see that right here. But in this other example of basically does the exact same thing, it takes the unique name and makes its own column in sheet 3. Okay, so each name will be a header for the column. So you'd have like John in A, Jerry in B, Eddie in C, and then each value next to those names would go down. Okay, so if that makes sense. Well, I'll show you how it works right now, and you'll see. Okay, so when we click the unique names to run our macro, like I said, what it's going to do is it's going to list the unique names in column C and then put the values to the right. I'll show you that right now. Okay, so it found every unique name in the list and listed the unique names here. Okay, then for each time it found that name, it listed the value next to the name over here. So we can quickly see, instead of having a long jumbled list, of whatever you're working with here, instead of a long list of hundreds of rows or even thousands of rows, it'll find the unique names and just put the values here. So we can say, okay, John had 50, 40, 30, 20, and 10, so on and so forth. Jerry had 40, 30, and 20. And then Eddie's values were these, and so on and so forth. Okay, just a quick and easy way to go through a long list of data. If you wanted to see, okay, every value that John has. Okay, well, we've got John here, and if in most cases it's not going to be just a pattern like I've got set up here: John, Jerry, Eddie, Pete, Adam. It'll be just random down the list. So this makes it easy. Okay, I want to see every value that John has. Okay, well, I've got these values. Okay, every value that Jerry has, he has these values. So just a really simple, quick way to sort through a long list of data and see the values. Okay, so now for this one, like I said, it's going to do the exact same thing, but kind of puts it into a different format, a little easier to read and to use. When I set up this one, this was kind of what the guy was looking for when he when he was looking for a macro that did this, just to fall into this kind of format. And like I said, you know, it's his unique situation, and this is what he was looking for, so that's what we did. But as an alternate, I provided this also, which to me seems a bit nicer, a bit cleaner, and a bit easier to use. So when I click this, it will fill in the data and the information into sheet 3. Okay, so I'll click headers. And then when we look at sheet 3, you see each name became their own column, and then for that column it listed the values. Okay, and this is more data than our first one had, because I forgot to clear these cells, and so it just added the values again to the same column. So like I said, if I click this again, it'll just add to the lists, and that can be changed to where whenever if you've got like a set of data here, you can click this to move the data into a different type of layout like this, and then just clear the data you've got here, so that whenever you go to enter more data, it will add that to the lists, rather than adding your old data to the list. Anyways, so I just kind of wanted to give you an idea of just a simple little macro that I came up with that really makes it easy to separate data, to organize the data, and really make it easier to read for each individual person or client or whatever you're using here. So I hope this gives you kind of an idea of maybe something that you can do, might help you out in a project that you're doing, or maybe gives you an idea of something that might make your life a little easier. So I hope this helps. Thanks for watching.